What drives a human being to dedicate years of their life, countless hours of practice, and unwavering focus to sticking the most spoons to their face, or to growing their fingernails to the length of a car? It sounds insane, pointless even. But what if it isn't? What if a world record for the loudest burp tells us something profound about the human condition? Welcome back to Odd Wise, the channel that investigates the strange motivations behind even stranger behaviors. Today, we're not just looking at the world's weirdest records. We're trying to answer the question, why? This is an exploration of the glorious, baffling, and often painful pursuit of being the best at the absolute worst things. Prepare to be amazed and a little concerned. Let's begin. Number 12 on our list, the longest fingernails on a pair of hands. For 66 years, an Indian man named Sridhar Chillal did not cut the fingernails on his left hand. Why? He was inspired after a teacher scolded him as a boy for breaking a nail, telling him he'd never understand the care required unless he did it himself. So he took that to the absolute extreme. His nails grew into a tangled beige collection of keratin coils, reaching a combined length of over 29 feet. That's longer than a London bus. Living with them was a nightmare. He couldn't sleep properly, had to be careful with every movement, and suffered immense pain and nerve damage. In 2018, he finally had them cut and put on display at a museum. His motivation wasn't just spite. It was a decades-long commitment to a single, bizarre identity. He became the fingernail man, proving that if you do anything long enough, the world has to notice. Next up, at number 11, the largest collection of rubber ducks. Some people collect stamps. Charlotte Lee from California collects rubber ducks. As of 2011, she had 5,631 unique rubber ducks, and the number has surely floated even higher since. They fill her house, lined up on shelves, staring blankly into the middle distance. This isn't just hoarding, it's a psychological quest. Collectors are driven by the completion principle, the deep-seated need to finish a set. For Charlotte, the set is infinite. It started as a simple hobby, but it became a global hunt for the next squeaky treasure. It's a tangible representation of a life's passion, even if that passion is for bath toys. Her water bill must be astronomical. Or maybe she just has a very, very dry bathroom. Coming in at number 10, the most Big Macs eaten in a lifetime. Meet Donald Gorski, a man from Wisconsin who is a testament to routine and, presumably, a cast-iron digestive system. Since 1972, he has eaten at least one Big Mac almost every single day. By 2023, he had consumed over 34,000 of them. He keeps every receipt and every carton, meticulously documenting his journey. This isn't just lunch, it's a ritual. For Don, it's about control and consistency in a chaotic world. He says he loves them so much, he'll probably eat them until he dies. It's a bizarre form of devotion that has turned his entire life into a world record. He isn't just a fan of McDonald's, he is the McDonald's ideal in human form. Can you believe he claims to have a low cholesterol level? Some mysteries even we can't solve. Number 9, the farthest marshmallow propelled from a nostril. You heard that right. In 2012, a man named Paul Prado managed to launch a standard-sized marshmallow a distance of 17 feet and 9 inches, using only the power of his sinuses. This record is the king of, I discovered this weird thing I can do at a party and decided to monetize it for 5 minutes of fame. There's no deep psychological backstory here. It's pure, unadulterated human absurdity. It's the drive to find that one, hyper-specific, useless skill that no one else on Earth has bothered to master. Don't try this at home. Seriously, can you imagine the training process? The cleanup? It's a sticky, strange path to glory. Number 8, most spoons balanced on a face. While some people use spoons for soup, Dalibor Jablanovic of Serbia uses them to defy gravity. In 2016, he managed to balance 31 spoons on his face simultaneously without any adhesive. They hang from his forehead, nose, and cheeks like bizarre, metallic foliage. His secret? He claims to have naturally magnetic skin, a condition that science would call slightly sticky. But the real skill is the immense concentration and stillness required. It's a form of meditation, finding perfect equilibrium in the most ridiculous circumstances. It represents the human desire to find a superpower, even if that power is just being a really good utensil rack. At number 7, we have the loudest burp. For over a decade, UK resident Paul Hunn has held the record for the world's loudest male burp. clocking in at a window-rattling 109.99 decibels. That's louder than a jackhammer. This is primal. It's taking a rude, involuntary bodily function and weaponizing it into a competitive sport. Paul trains by drinking fizzy drinks and swallowing air, turning his stomach into a biological air cannon. Why? Because in a world of subtlety and manners, there's a deep, reptilian brain satisfaction in being the undisputed champion of noise. It's the ultimate alpha male display, stripped of all pretense. It's just raw, gaseous power. Number 6. Most concrete blocks broken while holding a raw egg. German martial artist Joe Alexander holds a record that is a beautiful symphony of contradictions. He holds a delicate, raw egg in his hand and proceeds to smash through stacks of concrete blocks with that same hand without breaking the egg. He broke 24 blocks this way. This isn't just about brute force, it's about chi, or the precise control of energy. The physics are mind-boggling. He channels immense destructive power through his hand, while simultaneously cradling the egg with a softness that defies logic. It's a perfect metaphor for life, really. The need to be strong and gentle at the exact same time. Or it's just a really weird way to show off, probably both. Sliding into number 5. Most toilet seats broken by the head in 1 minute. Kevin Shelley is a man who looks at a standard wooden toilet seat and sees not a piece of plumbing, but an adversary. In 2007, he set the record by smashing 46 toilet seats with his forehead in just 60 seconds. This is the spectacle of controlled self-destruction. It's what happens when you watch too many cartoons as a kid and take them a little too seriously. The psychology here is about pushing the limits of pain for applause. It's a performance of toughness that is so over the top it becomes hilarious. Each crack of a toilet seat is a cheer from the crowd, a validation that his headache is worth it. Number 4. The fastest 100-meter dash in high heels. While Usain Bolt worries about tenths of a second, Germany's Julia Pletcher was busy setting a much harder record in 2014. She ran 100 meters in just 14.31 seconds while wearing stiletto high heels. This is about adding a ridiculous, almost impossible constraint to a traditional feat of athleticism. It's not just about being fast. It's about being graceful and powerful under absurd conditions. Running in heels is a recipe for a broken ankle, but she turned it into an art form. It's a defiant act that says, I can beat you at your own game, but I'll do it with more style and the much higher risk of injury. Creeping into the top 3, number 3. The longest marathon watching television. In an act of supreme endurance or supreme laziness, you decide, Suresh Joachim from Canada set the record for the longest time, spent continuously watching television. He stared at a screen for a mind-numbing 9 hours and 48 minutes back in 2005. This is the modern-day equivalent of flagpole sitting. It's an endurance record about sheer inactivity. The challenge isn't physical exertion, it's fighting off sleep, hallucinations, and the soul-crushing boredom of watching 3 straight days of TV. It's a commentary on our media-saturated world. He didn't just binge-watch a series, he binge-watched the concept of vision itself. His prize? The Guinness certificate, and, I assume, square-shaped eyeballs. At number 2, a man who is a walking piece of art, the most pierced man. Rolf Buchholz of Germany looks like a Cenobite from the movie Hellraiser. As of 20, he had 453 piercings all over his body, including 158 around his lips alone, plus 2 subdermal horn implants on his forehead. For Rolf, this isn't a record, it's his identity. Each piece of metal is a part of his story, a deliberate choice to transform his body into a living sculpture. This is about challenging social norms and taking control of one's own appearance to an extreme degree. He has made himself into a landmark. People don't just see a man, they see a phenomenon. And for him, that is the entire point. He forces the world to look. And finally, at number 1, the man who is the master of pointless records, the most world records held simultaneously. Ashrita Furman is the undisputed king of this entire list. He doesn't just hold one record, he holds the record for holding the most records. At one point, he held over 200. His achievements are a highlight reel of the absurd. He's balanced the longest pole on his chin, pushed an orange with his nose for a mile, and holds the record for the fastest mile on a pogo stick. He is the physical embodiment of the theme of this video. For Ashrita, it's not about being the best at any one thing. It's about the pure, joyful, and slightly mad pursuit of challenging himself in any way imaginable. He finds a record, trains for it, and breaks it and moves on. It's a spiritual practice, a form of active meditation through utterly pointless, wonderful tasks. So, what have we learned from this gallery of glorious weirdos? That it's not about the spoons or the Big Macs or the toilet seats. It's about a fundamental human drive to leave a mark. To be distinct. To achieve mastery over something, anything in a world where it's easy to feel anonymous. These records might seem pointless, but the dedication behind them is anything but. It's a celebration of human creativity, endurance, and our magnificent ability to be profoundly, beautifully strange. And now, my question for you. If you had to break a completely useless world record, what would it be? Fastest time to alphabetize a can of soup? Most consecutive sneezes? Get creative and let me know in the comments below. If you enjoy unraveling the world's weirdest wonders, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Until next time, stay curious.